Hello, fellow factory enthusiasts. We are back with Farm Factory Simulator. Hope you guys are ready for a little configuring. Because we got, there's a lot of stuff that I want to try to get done. Did advance a little bit since our stream on Friday. I am on day 6 now. And we're at the point where we have eggplants, and we have cucumbers. We now have ratatouille, and we have shakshuka, so meals. I haven't started the day yet, so I want to kind of take you around and show you what I've changed. Now, just so everybody knows up front, I did not stream on Monday because I was in the hospital. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of why I was in the hospital, but I was in there for 3 days. So, there was no way I could stream. But I got home yesterday, and here we are. All right, so my main production line is right over here. So, it's kind of built in almost like a horseshoe. Trying to see if I can get up on these things. Okay. So you can kind of see they're in a little bit of a horseshoe. I think I want to fix this a little bit. Right now, this is where I have the nutrients going to. So I am producing nutrients out of waste, and it's only going into this one. So what I need to do is figure out how to send it over to the other ones, or do a distribution network. We'll have to worry about that later. But so over here I have 2 sets of green pepper plants and 2 sets of tomato plants, and that's it. There's nothing special here. I did have to move the planter right there, and I'll check to see if I need some seeds. Over here I have 2 eggplant and 2 cucumber. I do have nutritions. Wow, I had nutrition stuff there, and it's all gone already. So you can see we're in full production mode at the moment. Put some more over there. I put a bunch over there, and it just sucked it all in. Well, I do have these things set to... Well, Jesus, there's 46 in there. Aw, damn it. I thought I set that one to only take 20. Damn it. This is where they all went. They went into this one. So none of the other machines got any because it all went into this one. And you can't get that shit out either. I might have to limit them to 10, but I have them set to 20 at the moment. Over here, it's just 2 bell pepper plants farms, and all it's doing is making bell peppers. And we have a cannery over here making sauce, paprika sauce, and I have paprika sauce for days. I got radial arms reaching for everything. This is 2 composters. It's either taking plant waste or livestock waste. Because I have the livestock over here, and it's not just producing eggs, but it's also picking up the waste over here as well. It's all being sent down the same production space, which is why all of my things that are normally over here are way over there in the corner. So, got a few things going here. I did expand this part of the warehouse. As you can see, it's pretty open. And I think I'm going to move this setup. Because what I want to do, I actually want to move a lot of this. I want to put all the oven stuff in this section over here. And then figure out how to process all of it. You know what I mean? So At any rate, I have a picker that will pick from that one over there, bring it over here to feed the machine. So I don't need to feed the machine at the moment. Got 35 over there. In fact, I can unlock another crane for 2,500, which I'm going to. So now I have two. This one will run a little bit slow, and I might have it. Oh, and you can pick which storages to pull out of. Nice. I can have it pick the stored machine mirrored, which means it will pick the production over there. I guess today's hot items is pickles, which I'm not making, but I have cucumbers, so I'll have a machine pick them, and we'll get that worked out. So there we go. I'll upgrade it once I can upgrade once, so there. I don't want to upgrade again because we're low on cash. Then again, I don't think I can get an oven now, so because I need another one of these ovens, I think. Or is it the canner? Might be the canner. Let's see. Processing. Mixer, canner. It's 2,500. I don't have enough money. Oh, no, hold on. Which one makes the pickles? It's that one. So it needs 3 cucumbers, and it makes 2 pickle jars. Well, I can't accommodate that. Not unless I sell something. So let me see. I have some stuff I can sell, but I don't really need at the moment. I have this picker machine that I can sell. Throw it down like that. Well, it's only 200, so it's not a lot. What do I have over here? A bunch of medium boxes. I have a filler machine. And I don't think I have anything else. Glad you're doing better. I have been MIA since mid last week myself. The family members in the hospital. Yeah, I won't go into details online, but let's just say that we went to the ER on Sunday. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I was not in a good spot. I did not mean to do that. So I still don't have enough. I don't know. I don't have anything to sell. So we're just going to have to do it during the day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it privately. Remind me at 8:30 that I need to take my pills. Which is just a little over 15 minutes. If you don't mind, sir. Now, I was having an issue with eggs for a while because this Shakshaka, I believe, uses eggs. Eggs and tomatoes, of all things. But you can see everything goes down the main line. It gets fed in here. I have tons of storage, so I don't even have to really do much. Just let it kind of come in. The one thing I really have to do is keep the seeds in, which I need to check the seeds. Oops. So I think I'm low on seeds. Yeah, I have no bell pepper seeds right now. But then again, I honestly don't need bell peppers right now. Alright, man. So I'm not too worried about seeds. I have 434 bell peppers. We're not going to run out today. So I'm just going to let everything sort of sell out with what's there. These guys have plenty of seeds for cucumbers and a decent amount left for eggplant. Eggplant's not a huge seller, so we don't have to worry about it too much. As far as it over here, we're basically out of it over here. However, we have 283 paprika. I ain't worried about it. Whoa. For a minute there, I couldn't move. So I don't know where my other crane is. Okay, so settings. Any item, all categories. Fill other shelves with... No, I don't want to do that. So this one is set to any and all storage. So hopefully that one will start working. Alright. If this guy wants pickles, he's shit out of luck. What do you want? Hello, old lady. You must be a farmer who sells eggs. I have seen your eggs. They look good. Okay. My name is Tina. Everyone calls me Oma Tina or Coach. My runners need fresh eggs. Okay. I'll give you several sales tasks before I decide. This one requires daily sales over a longer period. Reach the target for every consecutive day, or the count will restart. Keep checking each day. New farmer. See you later. So today I have to sell 40 chicken eggs. Fair enough. Got plenty of eggs being made. Chickens being chickens. And I've still got plenty on the shelf. I don't know if I have any. Yeah, I have 131 chicken eggs over here. Well, the money is definitely going up. We're just trickling in on that stuff. Okay, so now we can do another oven. Now there's a fail right here, which is perfect, because we're gonna have this thing pick up the cucumbers and they'll fail. Okay. This doesn't have a fail. It will go into the inn and then it will fail right here because we're not making it right there. Drone delivery. Drone delivery station sells goods in bulk to business clients. Access it from the tab. Pick a delivery area, fill the requested order, and a drone will fly out and return. Very nice. Machine speed upgrades. Oh, I just hit level 10. Machine speed upgrades permanently increase how fast the machine works. Yep. Store expansion. We've done that once. The first gate adds 4 more conveyor lines between your farm and the factory. Interact with the lock gate to purchase it. Use the extra lines to separate production chains instead of crowding a single gate. Yes. Okay, cannery and press. We need it for the pickles. So, yes, please. So we're going to go get it. Now, we're going to put it right next to this. Well, we can't really put it next to it. Not really. Well, we can, but what I might do is put it right here for right now. Okay, first of all, let's get that shit out of the way. Okay, so I need it to fit right like that. Okay. All right, so what I need to do is put a merger right here. I sold my merger, so let's get a merger. So we need a regular merger. Now we're gonna need some straight conveyors. Oh, no, how many do I have any on me? I do, and curves. So let's get this set. Since pickles are supposed to be a hot commodity, we're gonna try to accommodate them. Okay. Very nice. And what we're gonna do is speed these up. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Okay, so change the speed. Change the speed. Change the speed. Change the speed. Okay, we're now gonna have this thing start back up again. But I'm gonna pick cucumbers also. 3. Or no, it needs 2. Collect from storage. Now I will pick up cucumbers in the beginning just to kind of get I always do that. Okay. So I need some more of those, unfortunately. So, store. Let's go get those. Okay. We'll just put them right next to the cucumbers. These are considered the hot item. That all nice and sped up. It looks like we're going to hit that egg thing with no problem. Got pickle jars all ready. Need some more ratatouille over here. Which it should start making. Hold on, what does it need? Yeah, eggplants, bell peppers, and tomatoes. So I can't see the screen to see what it needs. I have it. They're making it. They're making it. Slowly. So what I might do is prioritize this one. Oh, that's why. Because I have it prioritizing that. So we need shaka, ratatouille, and pickles. There. So the second crane should take care of that. And I'm going to eventually redo all of these. So I have enough for another one. But I'll probably have to feed it manually if I do this. So, because it's the oven, it's $4 grand, and it's for this one, it uses chicken eggs, which is kind of why. So I might feed that one manually. Or, you know what? We don't need to. Just dump that. I'm just not going to worry about them. So we'll set these to any commodity for right now. Actually, you know what? Let's set these to pickles. Whoops. Okay, they put tomatoes in there. Maybe more paprika sauce? I don't know. How well is that stuff selling? Yeah, it's selling. Oh, it needs 3. So... So what I might end up doing is... we're gonna kind of do a redesign here, I think. So once the day is over. Because I really don't want it reaching over there and pulling off that. So what I want to do is redo this line system so that way I can have the cucumbers actually come down and end up going over to this storage system. And then we can have it pick from that one. And we'll move all this stuff down so it's down here. So yeah, we'll do some redesign work. I want to try to open this up today. Costs $5 grand. And once I do that, then all of this stuff's going to move too. Because all of this production stuff here is going to go back here. That'll free up a lot of area right here to handle priority things. And one of the cool things is now I get access to tall conveyors and like overhead splitters. Eventually we'll get... Why give me a straight if I can't fucking turn until 11:15? How the hell is that supposed to work? Is it going to drop off and fall onto one of the smaller ones? I don't know how that works. It's probably going to have to fit into a machine. Yeah, straight conveyor tall, so they... Interesting. Rotary splitter, which I haven't used yet. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to make that work. I'm just going to assume that it falls the fuck off and falls onto a smaller one. That might be an experiment and a half. I mean, these don't exactly have like ends up here, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. Because you got to be able to put one in, right? So I don't know how that's supposed to work. So far, so good. Got a good flow of money coming in. We have 4 ratatouille. We have pickles over here. But somebody's not picking up the damn pickles. Have a box on. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm losing out on fucking money because it's not picking the shit up. There's an income. At any rate, hope everybody's enjoying the show so far. If you're on YouTube and you're enjoying the show, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Exception of this last Monday, which I talked about earlier. If you're on Twitch, you haven't followed the channel yet, be sure to follow the channel. Because again, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So. That's not what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to tell this thing to not pick pickles. And I'm going to get another picker, and I'm gonna just put them over here or something. And I need a storage. Seed, nutrient, storage machine. Well, no, I don't really need it. I could just put it in that one. So, Let's set this slot to cucumbers. We're about ready to finish the day. About an hour. Alright, now. So I'm going to take these out. Oh, pack. 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 Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right there. It's not the greatest spot for what I want to do, but like I said, I'm gonna change it here in a few minutes anyway. I just wanted to try to get something started. Wish I could pick from specific storage. So I don't really want it reaching way over there. Don't need to alternate between items. Yeah, I don't think I can get to that. Oh, we did 17,000. Oh, sorry. A little jolt there. So I'm just gonna kind of let it get caught up on things. Actually, on this one, I think I'm gonna have it stop. Alright, so let's go back here and let's look at the cucumber plants. Actually, let's do that, but have it stop collecting from the farm. I gotta stop a whole lot of production from going on here. So it's I don't know what the hell I did here. But we're gonna stop that. Start all of the things. Yeah, gotta reconfigure some stuff here. Everything. So these were already stopped. Okay. Just finishing everything out. I'm gonna have this stop too. I'll let that end. It'll start collecting in there. Which if we go in here, I only have one egg in there, so I'm not too worried about that. All right. System's going to go ahead and update itself. Right, we have just random shit over here. Of course, I'm going to take these out and put them away. In fact, let's... And then switch this back to this. Put this over here. Okay. Oh, I see what it did. It just put paprika sauce right there. Alright, we don't need any on the normal racks, I take it? Yeah, they're full. Right, these go over here. Okay. This stuff put back. Oops. This stuff put back in here. Okay. That's making a lot of pickles. I'm going to shut it down. Some pickle stuff started. So let's shut that down. Okay. So everything's shut down now. So this door we can't open till we get to level 20, but we can unlock this door right here, which I'm going to unlock, which is good because now we can kind of move some of our operation. Like this whole thing could be shrunk down and moved directly in this way, which is pretty sweet. We are going to kind of have a belt complex going here, but we'll figure it out. All right, so let's just pick up all these medium boxes. I honestly don't need them. So I'm probably going to switch this one out for the bigger one. Or maybe I'll keep it and get a medium one for times where I don't need as much. Probably smart that way, right? Now what happens here is once this is done, it comes in and everything is selected in here. Okay. So the items in here are bell peppers, paprika, and plant waste. So what happens is this picker right here, which I need to turn off, all its job is to take the waste from this thing and send it over here. Now we're gonna completely do that, I think, or at least move that stuff to maybe over here or something, and just, you know, route accordingly. Or maybe we have to move it over here because of this, the way the line is set up. A lot of it's filtered right there. So this failure right here is what feeds into that machine to begin with. So we would need to take it down here and have it feed into here. But then we would also need to turn around and put it in a storage unit. Well, actually, no, what happens is it goes back out and goes back into that room. So we'll just need to figure out the right logical step for that. And it could be that that's what I stay with. However, I might adjust this configuration because I need it to feed more than one of these. I might limit the boxes. So what I may end up doing is creating a chain of those boxes as they go down. So they feed each other. So I'll limit the box, and when it exceeds a certain quantity, then it goes to the next one, and then goes to the next one. And so that's similar to what we do in Satisfactory. So, but any feedback you guys have would be warranted, for sure. We're going to start right here, and I'm going to pack these up. Okay, so this, I think we're going to take it and put it here. Maybe right there. Because it's supposed to feed back into it, right? So it has this thing right here. So it goes out. So we take this one out. And then put in a straight. Okay. So we look at this. It gets fed in here. We just need to decide where it's going to go. I don't really like the idea of it going the other direction, but could figure that out, I suppose. Go to there. So that means alright, so it goes into there. You can see we have paprika. Right now that's all we got in. Okay, what's next? So we have well, we have this machine here, but we're gonna just hack that for right now. So I have this cannery with an in right there. So I don't think it's supposed to go into that. just put it like right there for right now. I need this thing to... Oops. So we have it feed in like that. Anything it doesn't like, it will fail, and I want the fail to go directly into the storage. So I don't need a picker for that. So conveyor, I need... I'm just going to get a bunch of those. I need a bunch of these. Get all that shite. So, how was everybody's weekend? I mean, I spent Saturday on an initial rebuild, which is why some of the stuff is over here. Of course, I talked about what happened. Well, I didn't go into details, but I kind of mentioned, you know, the issue I had Sunday. So we're going to come straight out. That. That. We're going to upgrade these, or just speed them up. And there. Now I need the out to do the same thing. So I'm actually going to have to take this one out. Got to put a merger in. I might have to move this down one, but I think I can do it. Merger machine. Perfect. So these things coming down, coming around here, feeding in. We have two there's bell peppers, and this one is going to be waste. This will be waste as well. So there we go. So, oh, that's an in right there too. Okay. So it's got two in, or three ends, so it can be fed from either side. That's good to know. Okay. Guess I could have ended the day without spending all that money. Eggplants are hot, went up to $9. Pickles went down. And chicken eggs went down. Everything else is stable. Okay. Alright. Guess I probably didn't need to buy anymore, but I'll end up using these. Okay. So we got plant seeds that gotta go in here. But I need to do the whole nutrients thing, so these are already limited to 20 nutrients. Okay. So I kind of have these kind of stuck together. I don't really have a need for more than 2 right now for paprika. I think we're fine. So, but we do need another one of these things there. So storage, nutrient storage. So the fail's right there. There we go. Now I want to find a way to feed this one from all of this shit right here. So I believe I can split it to where maybe I have one of these machines send stuff over here and the other one go to the rest. So maybe the livestock waste is we look at, so we can make vermint compost out of both types. So both of them are making the same thing. So maybe I'll take this one. You know, I'm going to reconfigure all this because I want, like I said, I want to move everything. I kind of want to figure out how I can move everything out of the way. So that includes all of this shit. So we know that this is going to be the store door when we expand our store, so I don't want to do too much. I think I'm going to pack some of this stuff up. I think this, I'm going to relocate it maybe right there, because I'm going to feed into it, I think, directly instead of using a picker. Now that I see that this is an in, I can just feed it in. I don't need a picker to feed it. So, oh, hold on. So, okay. So we're just gonna pick these up. So I'm gonna relocate all of this and just figure out, because I want them to be fed directly. So I'm going to kind of move it down here temporarily until I figure out how I'm going to set these up. Okay. Now, one way I could do this is I could lock them out and have it go through the fail slot. Now, what does that mean here? Well, I don't have a way of getting it up and over the doorway. Now, I can walk through the conveyors. That's not really an issue, right? I think it's a matter of looks. Right, they gave us this whole straight conveyor tall. But I don't know how. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not ready till 15. What am I thinking? For some reason I thought I got it at 10. Never mind. Well, they have the rotary spreader overhead, which doesn't do you any good when the conveyor tall is the only thing that can use it. So that's a little disconcerting. So we're going to be using these rotary splitters, I think. So let's figure out this fucking thing right here. Right now I have that stuff coming in the fail area. So I'm going to pack this up. And let's get all this conveyor stuff out of the way. Because I got to figure out how that's going to work. Now that we have those rotator splitters, that might actually be the solution. Okay. I'll deal with that in a minute. So, I'm just going to, put that away. Alright, so let's just move these over here for a second. I'm going to stick them over here. Okay. So right now I have this thing splitting, or coming out like that. So we need to take it down to down here. The fail port's on the wrong side. How does this one not have? How is it that this one has a fail port? Hold on, let me move this down one. Oh, right, that is the fail port. So we can't use that here. We have to get a B. We have to get a B one, so. Sorry, let me move my mic a little closer. So we need a mirrored one. Perfect. Now, the only thing we have in this thing is paprika sauce. So I'm going to move that paprika sauce over to here. So I need a box. All right, hold on. Can I Oh, I can even buy a large one now. We'll just stick with a medium. There. Perfect. Alright, so let's get the paprika out of here. I know it could have got a large box producer and it wouldn't take as long. I get it. But I would like to actually send all of the baked goods and anything that uses production machines. I want to have it come into this anyway, so. Now, I probably won't be playing this tomorrow, so wherever we end up today is where we'll pick up on Friday. Okay. Now, we're going to it's not bypassed, but that is a good thing to know. That is good to know. And what we'll do is we'll use this one for something else. Okay. So let's just, you know, let me just set this one over here. We'll figure out a use for it. All right. So I want to figure out what we want to do with this. Now, I want the cucumbers to now come down here. So in here, we're going to uncheck the cucumbers, I think. And what that'll do is that'll send them down the failed line, and then I can basically split them off to go wherever I need them to go. Now, I think I'm going to take this system out too. This is I'm going to end up redoing moving all of that stuff, I think. Let's put this over here for right now. It still has compost in it. Alright, so we have a fail coming down. And we have straight conveyors. That are going to come into right there, I think. And it's at this point that we're going to actually play around with the rotary splitter. I want to see what this thing does. Now, what we can do here, I believe, is first we can set the speed to fast. I believe we can set each one to go a specific direction. Right? So I think that's how this is supposed to work. No. Says hold to move, set custom name, to change speed, R to pack, speed upgrades. Isn't there like a configuration I'm supposed to do with this thing? The whole idea was that we could actually control what it does. I don't really understand what it wants. It's just something I because I don't know what direction this shit's gonna go. Can I tell it which ones to split which direction? Because I don't think it's gonna let me. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that works. Because I don't need it splitting out 3 ways. But I also want to make sure the right thing goes the right direction. Alright, let me see what it says. A conveyor that splits commodities in an alternating pattern to ensure even distribution. If an output path is not connected, it will automatically choose another available path for routing. Ugh. I don't like the idea of randomness. I mean, I'm going to have 2 different things coming down here. I'm going to have cucumbers and I'm going to have shit coming down through here. So I want the cucumbers to go one direction and I want the shit to go the other. But I don't know who's going to go where. I don't want the cucumbers going the wrong direction. So I don't know how this thing works. So I think I'm just going to set it aside for now. I'll have to play with it. Alright, well, we'll end up using a filter. I'll just put a filter on it. Alright. Now what I could do is send the cucumbers down into said machine to where they feed directly in which case, you know, that part is done. It seems like the logical thing to do. No. I also need to figure out, well, I could, and I might just do this because I don't really have a choice in the matter, is put conveyors in over here and have it feed directly into that. So I think I'm going to end up using this one for production and this one for the end result. Right? So this one has the pickles, the paprika, and all that shit. And I can limit the slots on it. Because one of the things I need, well, I need to limit the slots on here. So I need to take a lot of the tomatoes, a lot of the bell peppers out, a lot of the eggplants out, and move them over here. So I guess I do need the larger, I guess I do need that in order to do this right. Okay. And what we're going to do is figure out how many. So let's do this first. We're going to put tomatoes in there. We're going to put bell peppers in here. And we're going to put eggplants in that one. And there, we're going to put cucumbers. So I suppose if I do that, I don't need a merger. And I could actually have them go over there. So let me just put the cucumbers back. because they'll just go right across the line. And what we'll do is I'll move all the cucumbers into the cucumber slots. So let me do that first. Okay, they're empty. So now I have plenty of cucumbers over here as a good buffer for starting. So now I can come in here and select nothing. This one will select nothing. And set this one to nothing. So right now, tomatoes have been going into this slot. So what we'll do is, first of all, I'm going to take the majority of these tomatoes. And put them in their new slot. And what this does, what I'll do is I'll limit those slots to, like, I don't know, 20 or 30. In fact, let me just check that. So limit the items in the slot. Let's limit it to, I don't know, 30. Limit this one to 30. We're going to limit all three of them to 30. And I think we're just going to do 2 slots per. So 2 for tomato, 2 for bell pepper, that kind of thing. There we go. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. I'm back. Damn nonprofit takes up as much time as my... I understand, man. I totally understand. We finished the day pretty good. Made it to level 10. And now I'm reconfiguring the whole thing. So I'm just moving all of these tomatoes because I'm going to limit the slots over here because this is what feeds the normal fruit market. And this is what's going to be feeding my production for my meals. So I'm going to have a lot of the meal stuff already kind of working pretty quickly. I mean, that's a crap load. Well, tell him not to call you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. That you are otherwise occupied. We have such an abundance of tomatoes. This is nuts. How many tomatoes I have. I could probably do day 8 without even planting tomatoes. Honestly. I know this is probably the boring part, guys. I'm sorry. It's the only way I can move this stuff. This is the largest box they have. Man, talk about overproduction. Oof. And this is only two tomato plant deals too. Producing all these tomatoes. But I'm trying to get us a large grant, so I kind of have to answer when they call. I got it. Well, the tomatoes are going to be used to be making 2 baked goods, okay? So I have 2 ovens over here, right? So this machine makes, well, not that one. I have this one which takes 2 tomatoes and it makes ratatouille. And I have this one that can make shakshuka, which takes 2 tomatoes. So I can spit out these damn kitchen oven things and just be making tons of stuff. You know, we get into, and that's just the kitchen oven and cannery, right? I haven't even looked at, like the mixers is what I use to make to make the plant waste and corn shit, which we can't do corn yet. Yeah. So there's other recipes in here I haven't done yet. I haven't made chili, hot sauce, but then again, I haven't done chilies either, so. Alright. So I'll be nice and we'll set this one and we'll limit it to 30 as well. So that means once it gets to 30, it will send it down the fail line right here, and then it'll send it right into this machine, which is open. Okay. So those are bypassed. I need to send eggs over here too, which I didn't realize until just now. So I need eggs. Now, unfortunately, I need a bunch of eggs for this quest I'm doing. So I don't want to take too many eggs. So what I might do is limit this to like maybe 50-ish. Or maybe I'll just leave it like that. Let me get a small box. Because we opened up this thing now, and I redid that, but I'm not done with it yet. Right now, it just goes into here. I'm doing 100 things at the same time here. Oh. Alright, I'm going to take some. And then what I'll do is I'll set this to, it'll be set to eggs. And I will limit this to 50. Because I kind of need eggs. So that one's 50. We're gonna do the bell peppers next. Okay. The large one back out. Now we got to move the peppers. So I did 3 with the tomatoes. I could probably get away with 2. So actually, let me make this one bell pepper. So it's limited to 30 on the bell pepper, and I'll do the same thing with that. So no more than 2 slots per, except for the eggs. But I did take my pill at the appropriated time. So I know you were on the phone, so you couldn't remind me. But if I'm streaming, right now I have pills that I have to take at 8:30. So just remind me. Bonsoir. One of the things I have to make sure is that the crane doesn't pick from this machine. So I'm going to have one crane pick from this machine, or this one, and one pick from that one. Why did I just do that? You fucking idiot. Ugh. Such an idiot. Yeah, I'm definitely producing way more than I need, but yet I don't have that many farms. And we don't have as much production stuff as I would like, so I suppose I could have 2 machines making that stuff, but I don't think I need it. As far as like multiple ovens making the same product, I don't think the sales are at a point where I need to do that. Okay. So limit it to 20. Well, we should probably limit these to 24. Oh, no, I did it to 30. My bad. Okay. Take a bunch out of here. Put them back in. And put some in there. Alright, eggplants. Eggplants don't sell as much as those other ones, so I think I'm just gonna do it with 1 slot for right now. We'll see how it goes. I don't expect it to be a huge popular item, so that's why it's probably going to be mainly used in production rather than just simple commodity. Oh, this chair can be uncomfortable to set in. So I'm going to have pickers picking off of this thing. And we're going to have to use the picker B because it's the one that lets us have an output on the end of it. And then it's a matter of sending them where they need to go. So don't know if we'll get another day in on the game, but we'll see. Oh. Definitely gonna have to find a new chair. Most of my chairs, office chairs, are uncomfortable. Set in. Somebody with, you know, being overweight, yeah, it could be a little rough trying to find a chair that's comfortable enough to sit in. I've tried so many. Okay. We're going to limit this one to 30 as well. Limit. Only get one slot. Put a bunch of it back in. There we go. Alright. So I think we have it set. The top three are bypassed. So everything has got limits on it. So if it's full, it will send it down here to this one. This one's not limited. So let's get rid of the box. So now what we need to do is get some picker machines. Now I have picker machines, but they're all picker machine A's. So it's not really going to be that helpful. I'm threatening to steal my wife's office chair. Hers still has a cushion on it because she doesn't use it much. Yeah. This one is an office chair I've had for a long time. And it squeals like a pig sometimes. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever hear it while I'm streaming. I have one of those mesh type chairs. And it can be comfortable for a while. But all of them seem to have the same problem for me. Mostly. My thigh up to close to my knee starts hurting really bad. And that's usually the problem I deal with. So we need picker B, because the output's on the end. I need 3 of these. So put these in. Now I think 3 is the right one. Yeah, because there's 3 slots, right? Oh, wrong one. So they will have a job of picking up very specific things and sending them down individual deals. So one of these is going to be specifically cucumbers. Now I have cucumbers in here, so I need to get those out real quick. Just get one of these. Forgot I had those over there. Take that out, and it's fucking hit the wrong button, and it put it. Boy. Okay. Of course, I didn't mean to do that either. Okay. So, we also have the paprika sauce. So we're going to try to feed paprika sauce in here, which we have an in that we can do that with. So I'm actually going to move this right there. Now I don't want these will not be picking from this at all. Okay, because I'm going to feed directly into it. Okay. So this is the one that makes pickles. So just going to move a lot of this stuff out of the way. Because we're going to start with... Actually, no, we're going to start with that other one. Okay. So we have ratatouille. Okay. And we're probably going to feed... Well, it's going to be fed by multiple belts, so... But this one specifically takes eggplant, bell pepper, and tomatoes. Okay. So... honestly, you know, I think I need to just move this out of the way too. That's not what I meant to do. Oh. Because we need to deal with the output of these belts. So they're all going to be... One of them is not going to be on a merger. Two of them will be on mergers. Now the cucumbers are right here, so I'm going to just have it do cucumbers. These will all be just level ones. I can upgrade their speed, and maybe I'll do that for this one. $75, so now it's running level 2. So yeah, we'll just do that. Those. So we'll run cucumbers off of that line. So I'll just print that there. And these two will be picking the rest of the items. So I think I might put the merger right on this one. So we'll have it come out like that. And feed directly in there. Now we'll go ahead and upgrade that. Upgrade that. Okay. So we'll set this up. And I'm not going to do this part yet. I'm just going to do this part. And 3. That's the minimum I need them to pick up at a time. There's no need to alternate between things. So that one is set. Yeah, everything else is going to come out here. Including eggs. So let's see, the middle one, we need to pick tomatoes and eggs. Now, I don't remember what's the quantity for that. 2 eggs, 2 tomatoes, and 2 tomatoes. Okay. So I needed to do 2 eggs. And this one, we need bell pepper and eggplant. Now, how many do we need? 1 of each. There you go. All right. We're 9:40. We got 20 minutes to go. We will pick up with where I'm leaving off here. So, yeah. So again, I got the failed one. This is strictly going to be for those. I want to get this stuff done first. We need another kitchen oven because we need to make the shakshuka right here. So let's go ahead and buy that. That's $4 grand. Oof. Just ripping right through that money, I'll tell you what. But yeah, Chris, as far as like an office chair, I don't really have the money to buy another office chair right now, so unfortunately we have to figure something else out without. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll put it here. We'll put one here. And I have to think this through. Because I'll need it to make this. The problem is this thing feeds tomatoes too, so I mean, maybe I don't merge them. Maybe that machine just feeds directly in. So you know, maybe I just do it that way. And this one ends up picking up 2 tomatoes, 1 bell pepper, 1 eggplant. Okay, so let me move this over and let me pick this one up. Maybe put it right there. I mean, I wanted to move them farther down, so maybe I'll just move it further down, but still in that plane. Maybe right there. And I'll do the same thing here. So now they're both setting right there. This thing shouldn't have any issues, so what we'll do is we'll turn, put a curved belt here, like that. We'll do that. Okay. We'll put one there and one there. Okay. So we can upgrade all of these, I think. I'm not going to do it for every production line. Or I'm not going to do it for the ones out there. I'm only going to do it for these. Because these need to be fed decently anyway. And I'm thinking I'm going to see about upgrading the machines themselves too. Okay. Sweet. So we're gonna need mergers here because everything's gonna get fed into that. So we have not that, and we do have a merger here. No. What I need is where I'm making the cucumber or the pickles. Where's the pickle machine at? Is that this one? Yeah. So pickle machine's right there. All right. So these will need to be sped up. Oh, hold on. I need to get a something added onto my controls so I don't have to reach for the keyboard to do these. Okay. Okay. Well, you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe on YouTube, and don't forget to follow if you're on the Twitch side. So it's 300 to upgrade this. Oof. I think we'll be fine. How much of the... Yeah. I need to get some money first before I do that. Okay, merge machine. So, right there. Got another one over here. Perfect. So now I just need to put that in there. Okay. Feed right into there. There we go. Now, for the hell of it, I'm going to upgrade these too. Just simply because I want them to get out of the way as fast as possible. Alright, so this production line is done. So, coming into the supply, so I needed to pick on the storage machine mirrored, which is that, well, yeah. We picked the selected items that are going to be in there. So we know it's going to be shanshenka, ratatouille, and pickles. Right? That is the end. That's what we're looking for. We don't have anything else going in. Oh no, a paprika. We got to send paprika in there too. So yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. Because that's this production line right here. Because that's where, right now, it's going to go in there. So maybe I don't need it to have paprika. So... Whoops. And this other one, storage 1, and I believe it's this storage, is that storage mirrored? I believe so. Paprika, bell pepper, tomato, eggplant, eggs. And cucumbers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe this is the... Yeah, that's mirrored. Mirrored, yeah. I should probably name these. Right? Hold the set custom name. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let's pick it up. It wouldn't let me, it's hold to set a custom name. I guess I have to do it without any. Go into hand mode. There we go. Sauce storage. That'll make it a little bit easier for me to pick that one. Right? Sauce storage. Basic commodity. So we make sure that it picks up from basic commodity. And then this one is what we call process storage. So now we can make sure that the second one, right, is picking from process storage. There we go. Got it. Now, yep. This is the one that's maxed out. That's why I want it picking that up. This one costs money to level up. We just haven't leveled it up yet. Okay. You can kind of see eggplants are a little bit hot right now, but that's fine. I don't really care too much. They're going to get what they get. And tough shit. All right, so now this thing is going to have, so the way this machine works is it also picks up plant waste. So what we can do is lock these for paprika only. Okay, because the fail is also going to feed in here, and I want the storage for waste to go into this thing over here, I think. Wow, I have $168 left. That's not good. I have to make do with what I've got. Okay. Oh, of course it's not going to show anything. I hate that. I don't want the fail to be like that. Do I get a mirrored one then? I guess I get a mirrored one. Waste machine. Okay. Let's get another one. Mirrored. Okay, try it again. There we go. Nice. I suppose I really didn't need to do that. Now that I think about it a little bit, I don't need to do that. Okay. So this line here is the failed line. We also have a failed line here. So what I need to do is send this over here, and we're going to put this stuff over there. The problem is I need to be able to take the compost. Oh, right. I'm only doing one for each now. So what I need to do is come down here and put in a sort of a splitter of sorts. Not a merger, but a where is it? A filter. Yeah, I need to put in a filter and have one set go to one machine, one set go to the other machine. Now this one does plant waste instead of livestock waste. So all of the plant waste is going to come over to that production, including this one. So the livestock waste is the one that's going to have to process like somewhere over here. But I need to be able to send all of it back out. So one of these is going to send back out this way, and one is going to send back out this way. Now we produce a hell of a lot more plant waste than we do chicken shit, so it's kind of a tough call here. I probably feel like I need to have a third machine. Unfortunately, the composter is how much? It's 800, and I don't have enough money. I have 468. Now I can sell some things. I have 3 picker machines that I can sell, because right now I don't need them. This is all fixed now, so I don't need it. So I can sell these. And now I have enough money. Don't really need this elevated one. Not right now, anyway. So that freed up a lot. I've got this picker. I'm not going to need it, so... There, that freed up a bunch of money. But I'm going to have to reconfigure the farm so that way these things actually have meaning. In other words, I need the arms to be able to pick from these, because some of them weren't picking properly. So, yeah, so we're going to end up getting a third composter. But I think that's where we're going to end it. We're going to end it right here, like this. We're a little bit early. Well, not really. It's almost 10. Let's save. Latest save. But that was at 2054. No. Game saved. Thank you. All right. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out. Again, if you want to understand a little bit about why I didn't stream on Monday, just you can go on YouTube later as soon as it's finished, or maybe it'll be ready, and you can go back and watch. I'm not going to repeat it, but yeah, nothing I want to discuss in too much detail, but we're good to go. We'll be back Friday, 8 o'clock Central, on both Twitch and YouTube. So, with that, have a good night, and we'll see you Friday.